Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can see by the title, this is very different than what I've ever done. This is my first story time video. This is not a clickbait video, by the way. This actually happened to me. In my 50 Facts About Me tag, I had mentioned briefly that I walked in on my ex cheating on me with my ex-best friend. Yes, this actually happened. So if you're interested in hearing about this fucked up story, then please keep watching. Alright, so before jumping into it quickly, I wanted to mention a few things. One, I'm currently in a relationship, obviously not with the person I'm about to talk about, but I've been in a relationship for 5 years, and he is fully aware of this entire situation that happened. And I also did ask him if it's cool with him if I make this video, because I don't want to disrespect him or cross any boundaries. And he's like, yeah, I don't care, whatever, like, your past is your past. So that is why I'm going to tell this story. And another reason is because in my 50 Facts About Me tag, I got so many messages like, girl, you need to tell this story. So I was like, all right, if you guys want to hear it, then I will tell this story. So jumping into the story. So first of all, this happened during my freshman year of high school. That is way too young to be in a relationship. Let's be real. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that's way too young to be in a relationship, but what the hell did I know? I was freaking 14 years old and a complete idiot. So if you've been watching my videos, you know, like, my freshman year was a really fucked up year for me. I got suspended 6 times because I was fighting. I don't know what I was going through, but I was going through some shit. And anyway, I mention that because I want you to keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. I don't condone violence, by the way, but there is violence in this story. Anyway, so, where do I begin? So it is my freshman year, and it is like a Friday because it was like the last weekday of school, if that makes sense. And I know that because like there was a party going on that night, and we will get into that in a second. But anyway, so my ex calls me and he's like, hey Nicole, and I was like, hey, what's up? And he was like, oh, nothing much. He goes, I just want to let you know, like, I got to go to California this weekend. My grandmother is in the hospital. And I was like, oh gosh. I was like, all right, not like, I totally understand. No worries. Okay. Well, that's what he told me. Obviously, is that what happened? Fuck no. He totally lied to me, but we'll get into that in a second. So that same day as I was leaving school, like, one of my friends, she's like, hey, there's this party going on tonight. Do you want to come? And I was like, no, I'm actually having a few friends over. We're having like a little girls' night. We're just gonna watch some movies, have some snacks, do the normal like girls' night things, whatever, you know, whatever. And so, also, I wasn't like the biggest partier in high school. I went to like 4 or 5 max, you know, parties, and that was it. Like, I had my fill and I was done. Like, I wasn't super into parties. Okay. So that evening, all my friends are at my house. Like, we're hanging out, having a girls' night, having some fun. And then all of a sudden, I get a call from my friend who had asked me earlier if I wanted to go to this party. And it's like 1 o'clock at this point. So I'm like, what the hell is she calling me for? So I pick up my phone and I'm like, hello? And she's like, hey, I could have sworn, like, didn't you mention something about your boyfriend being out of town for the weekend? And I was like, yeah, he told me he was out of town because he had to go see his grandma because she was in the hospital. No, bitch, that did not happen, okay? So she's like, no, I'm pretty sure he's at this party. I was like, hold up, what? She's like, yeah, he's at this party. I saw him not too long ago, but I don't know where he is now, but like, I know he was here. And I'm like, all right. That is a major red flag. Why would you tell me you're going to a completely different state and tell me some sob bullshit story that your grandmother is in the hospital, but come to find out that's not really the case? I was like, all right, so you're at this party that you invited me to earlier, right? She was like, yeah. I'm like, cool. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, put my hair up, get some sweats on, get my shoes on, and I am going to go ahead and leave because I have my pajamas on. Obviously, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I have my friends over. I have my pajamas on. So I threw on some sweats, threw on some shoes, put my hair up, and you know, I went to this party. Now, conveniently enough, this party was actually like not too far from where my dad's house was. And so it was like probably a 15 minutes away, like walking distance. So I told my friends, I'm like, hey, let's go to this, let's check this party out. Because apparently my boyfriend at the time is at this party. And I want to see what the hell is up. Like, why he lied to me, why he told me he was going to California, when in reality, he's not going to California. So we're walking our happy asses down to this party, and I walk in the door, and now keep in mind, like, when I was a freshman, I did not hang out with freshmen. I hung out with seniors just because, I don't know, like, I got along with them easier. I didn't really connect well with people my age. I always hung out with people that were older than me. So I get to this party and I know a lot of people that are there. And so this guy answers the door that I was friends with. I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, I didn't know you were coming. I was like, well, I didn't intend on coming, but I'm here because apparently my boyfriend's here. He was like, oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. Now, I don't know if he was saying that to like try to cover his boy, you know, so that way like he wouldn't get his boy in trouble. I don't know. So I walk in and then I go find my friend who invited me at school to this party. I go find her. I'm like, hey, so where is my boyfriend? And she's like, I have no idea. I'm like, no worries. I'm going to find him. So this isn't like, this by the way was like in a 3-bedroom apartment, this party was. So it was a pretty big apartment for an apartment. And I go in and I'm starting to open doors because I'm at this point, like, I'm furious. I'm like, why the fuck did he tell me he's out of town when he's not? Like, this guy's here. So I go in, I'm walking through the party and, you know, a few people are saying hi to me. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, I got shit to do. I'll talk to you in a minute. So I walk in and I open the first door, and as I open the first door, like, I don't see anything. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, I'm looking all over for my boyfriend, nowhere to be found. Okay. I open the second door and I don't see him either. Okay. So I open the last door. Of course it's the last door, right? I open the last door, I open it up, and what do you think I see? I see my boyfriend having sex with my best friend at the time. Yes, my best friend. Like, we were so close. We did like everything together. We would swap secrets and shit. And this is what I see. Like, I see her, and I'm just going to say this right now. This is a little explicit. So if you want to turn the video off right now or skip forward, whatever, do what you have to do. But this is a little explicit. So I just wanted to forewarn you. So I see her on top of him, riding him. She's got a bra on, she's got her panties on, and her panties are slipped to the side, and she's on top of him, and her back is towards me because I walk in and the bed's like right there. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was pissed off, obviously, as any person would, right? And so I walk in and I see that, and you know how like in movies, like the girl always sees the guy getting cheated on and she's like, and like runs away? No, that was not my reaction. I opened the door and I was like, what the fuck? And I was furious. And they always say like, you know, don't get mad at the girl because it's the guy's fault. No, bitch, it's both of their fault because like she was my best friend. She obviously knew who I was dating. Like, she wasn't stupid. She knew that I was with this guy, right? Okay, so when I walk in and saw that, and, you know, this is where it gets a little ridiculous because, again, I was going through some shit when I was a freshman. I'm going to tell you right now, it did get violent, obviously, on my end. When I saw that, now, keep in mind, her back is facing me, so her face is not towards me. But I said, what the fuck, when I walked in the room. And I grabbed her. She had her hair in a ponytail, very similar to mine. I grabbed her hair, wrapped it around my hand, and my goal at this point was to embarrass the fuck out of her. That, to be honest with you, that was the goal. So I wrapped her hair around my hand, and I dragged her out of the room, and I took her in front of the entire party. She's in her bra and her underwear. I did not care, and unfortunately, you know, we got into a fight, and it didn't end well for her. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to go with like too crazy detail because, again, I don't promote violence, but at the same time, I'm just telling you the story as it is and as what happened. So that's what happened. I ended up beating her ass, to say the least, okay? And, yeah, I was obviously furious. I beat her ass. I was pissed off. And I screamed at my ex, like, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking, but I'm done. Just to let you guys know, if you ever get cheated on, please do not be that female that goes back to that guy. Because you will regret it, okay? I did not do that. I saw too many times with, like, you know, how it was with my parents. I'm not going to get into that too heavily, but needless to say, they set the example of how not to be. You know, I should say, my dad set the example of how not to be, how not to treat women. So I learned from that and thought, I don't ever want to be with a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as he cheated on me and I saw that, done. I am done. I have no further reason to talk to you. I'm done. I'm not going back to you. I don't care what you tell me. What's up, story? Oh, you love me, blah, 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 whatever. I don't give a shit. Done. Okay, so after me getting physical with my ex-best friend and that happened, I was stormed out of the party with my friends. I'm like, you know what? I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm done. As I'm walking out, my boyfriend, my ex, tells me, he's like, Nicole, hold on, like, it's not what it looked like. Bitch, what? How are you gonna tell me it's not what it looked like when I saw her on top of you, like riding you? You think I'm stupid? Like, you think I don't have eyes? Like, I didn't just see what the fuck I just saw? No, it is obviously what it looked like. So I looked at him and I started laughing. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me? He's like, it's not what it looked like. I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, you are sorry because I'm never going back with you. But don't take me for a goddamn fool and say that it's not what it looked like when clearly, hello, I saw you, okay, and her having sex. Like, how are you going to tell me it's not what it looked like? After he said that, that made me even more pissed. And I ended up, for the first time ever, hitting a guy in the face. Yes, I'm talking like I punched him right in the face. And you know what? To me, at that point, he deserved it, because how dare you say that to me? Tell me that. Look at me as if like I'm a fucking fool and tell me that it's not what it looked like when obviously I know what I saw. Don't look at me and lie to me again and try to take me for a fool and say that it's not what it looked like. Bitch, stop. Okay, stop. So after I hit him in the face, I walked away and I turned back and I said, don't ever fucking talk to me again. Ever. Period. We're done. Never going back to you, okay? And I walked away and that was the end of the night. That is how my night ended. My friends and I went back to my place and that was it. So that is the story of me walking in on my ex, cheating on me with my ex-best friend. And I didn't think it was possible to happen to me because I'm like, no, like that stuff only happens in movies. No, it doesn't. No, it happens in real life, okay? So yeah, that is the story of my ex cheating on me with my ex-best friend. So, you know, moral of the story, like, you know, you live and you learn. You have to weed through the bad to get to the good. You know what I'm saying? And thank God I've got a boyfriend who is unbelievable, who's amazing, who is so sweet and so kind and so trustworthy. Thank God. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And obviously, again, I was really young. I was stupid and I wasn't in love or anything like that. But, you know, I had a boyfriend and I thought, like, even back then, like I was 14, but I knew, like, this is wrong. This is not right. You fucked me over and now I'm done. So that is really the moral of the story. If you get fucked over by somebody, whether it be your boyfriend, your best friend, whomever, cut ties immediately. Don't sit there and try to mend things and think that, you know, you could be the person to change him, because no. If he's a lying sack of shit, guess what? I got news for you. He's always going to remain a lying sack of shit. That's just, that it is what it is, you know? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this insane, crazy story. I know a lot of you requested that I tell it, so that is what happened. I really like these story times, by the way, because I feel like it kind of gives you an insight into my life and like certain things that have happened to me. So I might start doing more of these. Now my focus is, this isn't like a story time channel. My focus is beauty and fashion, but I will throw out some stories here and there for you so you guys can kind of get to know me better as a person. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And also don't forget to follow me on all my social media sites, okay? So that way you can keep up with me. We can talk, you know, because I'm on my social media sites all the time. And yeah, thank you guys so much for keeping up with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!